Ladies and gentlemen, it is the fallout of Summerslam. Very chaotic pay-per-view with a very potentially strong power card, pending who it hits and pending when it's played. I'm sure we'll be seeing it soon. But I have with me the respective winners of said power card. We've got Canada here.
Yes, sir. We're here.
We've also got Cheek here.
Summerslam, Summer Wham. Now it's time to Summer Jam.
Ooh.
Damn. Lock it in.
Ooh,
and we're
Summer
starting
Jam.
with
And it
Canada.
is Raw. Okay, Randy Orton's got to face Karrion Kross this week.
Oh, buddy. Well, you better do that.
100%. Least popular available giant is in a match this week. Who is that?
Damn.
Do I even have a giant on my roster? Could you imagine?
Well, you don't
That
get
would
the
be
card.
hilarious. Is
Oh,
it
well, that
Abyss?
It's Abyss.
You
Send
got
might
us
get
the
injured.
Abyss.
Loki might get injured.
Sign a
Unless
jumper
I sign
giant.
one. Yeah, unless I
sign
sign one, right?
Yeah.
What a hack. What a glitch.
Yeah, we're going for the glitch right now. Whoa, Jalen Brunson.
Ooh, J-Bron.
Ooh.
Go ahead and pick him up. Why not? Why not? Why one promo skill is kind of tough though. Actually,
He
I'm
ain't a
not gonna do
talker.
it.
He's a baller.
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
get. I'm pretty sure Tyrese. Nope.
Argus, you've been trying to search for him.
Ooh, Jerry Sweat.
I know. Imagine. Like what the hell? Now he pops
Flipped the
up.
script. Flipped the script.
Bailey Bonesaw can make her return tonight.
What the hell, Burton? Because he's supposed to be a zero giant, but maybe it was just there is a lot of zero giants that pop up.
He had tough
I'm gonna go
luck
ahead
there.
and pull in Argus. Yes. We're gonna go ahead and sign Argus for 10 weeks. Cool. 11 grand. He's back on the brand, baby.
And if you don't know why we reacted the way we did to that power card, that just means you aren't caught up on CodyVerse MyGM, because Queens of the Ring, crazy powerful card, and now all is equal. Canada will also have the opportunity to deploy when the time is right.
Mm-hmm. We're getting there. Oh, both have a table specialty. All right, let's do this then, baby. By the way, I'll get there later. We'll spoil things later. I'm not gonna spoil them now. We're gonna get Argus in here,
Good.
and who needs to
Get that
win?
watch time.
Who needs exactly? Yeah, stay tuned.
Argus needs a win.
Did I give R-Truth his? I think I did. Yeah, I was at the Go Home show. Okay, making sure if Brooks Jensen's appear, we need crew 3, tier 3 or better. Tier 3 is going to be 100K. Might end up doing that. Tier. What did he want? If I get it wrong, I can't live with myself. So,
Aw.
crew or better. Ah, no, I made too many mistakes this damn season. Crew is this one. So either way, it's going to cost us 100 grand, or we go for the 250 arena. I don't think so, not yet. But we have somebody that's going up. It is Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna give him a Hell in a Cell. That just feels like you get more options. There's tag teams. There's Casket's only a 1-on-1.
That's
So
true. He got that experience from the SummerSlam Hell in a Cell match. You know, he didn't
Yeah,
win. Or
true.
wait, no, he did win.
he did win.
So
he
yeah,
won for
he
me.
learned in that match. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There you go. There's the lore. He learned. That's our boy. Okay, let's continue to book here. We got the new tag champs. We got double champion. Where is he? He's got to be number 1. Yeah, of course. 95 popularity. Oh,
Look at that.
Yeah, put him in a
that's
match.
crazy.
Go figure. He's double champ.
I know. It's not my fault, dude. Somebody
Bro,
said
what?
Somebody said during the... I didn't put a fixed match card. He just wins his matches. That's not my fault.
You put him in every match.
I know. But I had to. I didn't want him to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and here he is.
Don't let him hear you say that.
Well, he can hear it. He can hear it. I gotta find somebody with stamina. We got... Oh, yeah, Natalia. That was our big blunder from last episode. We traded away 60K instead of getting 60K. So what I'm gonna go do is I'm gonna immediately go and put royalty on Natalia. I said I was gonna do it last episode. It gets her up there. We're gonna get her up by 25. She goes right up to 69 AO popularity.
Nice.
And I don't think Becky Lynch can get into a match this week. So what we're gonna do is Maybe Natalia gets a warm-up match. Again, I'm going to be putting in 2 local talents
When I
here.
think
so this
she's
is
your
not-
shake-up too. I don't remember what it was, but I'm
It
pretty
was.
sure.
I think I get 1,000 fans every time I use her. Yes. That is huge. Just like Karen Compactor, baby.
Barely even know her.
I could have went with the spooky doll, but we didn't. We already got Karen, so she's going in this week. The spooky dolls run her course, I think. And what we'll do is we need to get Argus in a match, and I'm thinking of just throwing up against Punching Stone, although Punching Stone would be poised to win here, and I think that is okay because Argus and Drew have kind of split up after last year. Their love of Angela has not reignited their love for each other. So Lola Vice and Nikki Cross have something going. Might as well keep it rolling. I don't think I can add anything else here. And I think what I want to do, actually, Demon Finn Balor's kind of pissed, and he's good, right? Yeah. So I think he's gonna take on. Oh no, he's bad. He's gonna take on Argus the Great, regardless of who's good and who's bad.
Who's naughty, who's nice.
Exactly.
Canada made his list. Nice, checking it twice.
Oh, and Truth and Punching Stone are in their rivalry. So I think we're going to do that. Let's give Dr. Punching Stone his match specialty in hopes that he takes this one. We got a lot of singles matches on the go here, but we want Natalia to win. We want Demon Finn to win. I think this is the only match I could triple threaten again. Kalani Jordan has been putting her title on the line every single week. That's why she's at 37 popularity, or stamina rather. So I don't think we can work that. What we're going to do is we're going to put in Sarcophagus into this match and hope she gets our 50,000 fans. And for the call-outs, we're going to have Alexa Bliss calling out Sarcophagus before her match. No, we're going to do it after her match. We got a lot of staminas here that are hurting, I think. Ooh, AJ Styles isn't really feuding with anyone. So I believe the Phenomenal One is going to get a role change. And I think what we'll do is we'll have Drew McIntyre start calling out AJ Styles. And then, of course, yeah, we're going to have Sean Spears call out Obafemi, taunting him that he has his Intercontinental title. We are gonna actually, yeah, you know what, we are just gonna get our crew, backstage crew. Make sure I'm clicking the right one. That's Gorilla Crew. This is gonna make Brooks Jensen happy, even though he's not technically on the card, but the next time he is, we can't forget about it. So next time he's on the card, he'll be happy. We are gonna get our Queen of the Ring, and if you've seen that episode, you know that's gonna be a good one to get. We got a tables match, we're booking that. Training promo would be nice to do, but we got a couple episodes out. I think we can start running them. Maybe I'm going to change one to a training montage. Or a self promo would be good too. And of course, tag matches need to get going as well. So I'm going to change. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to change this to a self promo. And we're going to change this to, what was the other one? It was the training promo. We're gonna get Alexa Bliss. No, you know what? We're gonna get Sarcophagus. Oh, she's in the match. We're gonna get Alexa Bliss to train. Yeah, that feels right. Oops. Holy jeez. Not ready. I just want to check my power cards first, dude. We got a contract negotiation and the contract magnet. Got things on the go. We know a guy, but I think I'm not going to use any. Am I going to buy this? I don't think I can afford it. Yeah, I could, but we're going to leave it. And hopefully Demon Finn Balor wins this match and gets. That's going to hurt our rating a little bit with the face heel. Unless the only other thought I can do is sign Jalen Brunson. for a week. I'm gonna throw him in that match. There he is. All right.
Saucy.
That's it. It kind of takes down the Demon Finn's chances of winning, which I don't love. But again, he's at level 20 going up against basically 2 level 0s. So yeah, we're gonna rock that. Make sure our curve is the best that we can get it. I think so, because this is an Extreme Rules match, I think, and hope that R-Truth brings up Dr. Punching Stone's ability here. And then we got obviously our main event with our 2, more main event guys here with their ring experience. So I think we got the curve. We got our stuff. Locking it in. Albany, New York. Hey, shout outs. Taz.
Dynamite.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we head to WCW. And Armando says, "You really top the charts. How'd you manage to pull that off?" I listen to my stars and spend my cash wisely. I'm probably about to accidentally waste a lot of money. Words live by. Nice job, but I'll get you next time. All right, Tamina appreciates being on the play. Meant a lot to her. She wants to do her part. Make this best wrestling. Brandy proved herself to me earlier when you gave me that title shot. So she's vibing crazy over here at WCW. And then the Canadian Clippler reaches out to me and says he wants a match with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yo.
It's not going to rate well, but we're doing it. Got 3 weeks, make it happen. Get his morale up, because with those guys, they've struggled with morale, so that should help. All right, so our Shega beat the odds. If one of 5 random superstars on your roster wins a fatal 4-way, earn $5K. So I would just have 5 random people that could be money earners, but I won't know who they are. It sounds fun. It sounds actually really fun. Generous commissioner. Whenever you complete a commissioner goal, you have a chance of earning a random extra power card. We've usually hit around 50% on those, getting an extra. And then a Master and Apprentice superstars that are in a match with a superstar at or above ring level 20 gain 5 popularity. So if you're in a match with Tamina, 6, Ciampa, Nash, both machine guns, Farouk, this would actually be quite a sizable popularity gain. I'm between these two. This beat the odds sounds super fun, but this would have been like season 1 when that stretch where I was carrying like 25 people on my roster. I just could do a bunch of fatal 4-ways. Between these two, this one, the extra power cards could be really clutch. It could be nothing. The popularity gains though here could be really nice, because we've got some good XP on the roster currently that could change. But getting that popularity elevated on people could be kind of clutch. So I think I'm gonna take this. We're gonna go Master and Apprentice and try to get popularity up on people in this build. The game wants Tornado Attack for bad timing, which might be a commissioner goal we immediately ignore. All right, so the Canadian Clippler wants a match with Shaq. Julia, I need to make sure she doesn't face Tamina. Nathan Frazier needs to win his next match. Shaq and Tony on contracts. This episode, we will get a Get Schooled 3 card, presuming I do a training promo. And if I remember to do self promos on both, we'll also get a random power card there. Cage matches, we haven't booked any. We're not going to get 10 of them booked, but those ending feuds, kind of tricky. TLC matches, probably not either. This one, we're probably not getting. So the promos are kind of our last 2. If my money gets good, I could book some backstage brawls to maybe save this card for Mania or something, but possibly ignoring that one as well. So this might be the end of my seasonal challenges here. What the hell? Oh, for the perk. That always startles me because it didn't pop up right away. All right, so we get a pre-match physio. I think that's 6 that gives us that after PLE, so that's cool. Take a look at the power cards in the store. Beginner's Luck. Lowest popularity by 15. Very nice card, but not one I'd want to spend for here. Stark matchup, an Iron Man match. Gets a rating improvement. I might grab that because I think I'm low on match type cards currently, and I like to have those stocked. We got our tables match 1, so I did forget to use that at the PLE. Officially confirmed. We have that and a gauntlet 1. Let's add this. keep in the back pocket for a rainy day. I'm just gonna kind of look at this to help me digest. I think we cleared pretty much all our feuds, the women's feuds. On the single side are carrying over. We do have a random feud with Frazier and Sabin. We need to get Frazier a win. So we might do sign a jobber for the night and do GM interference, potentially. We'll see. So let's go ahead and start throwing some stuff together here. So I think knocking this out so I don't forget Shaq. We could do tag team here, right? Because he just wants match against Shaq. So I could run like this and bring DeBaldi's in here against Snips and Clips. We had this match recently. Could run this back to get things cook along there, get them all involved. They have the capability to do so. Then Julia wants to not fight Tamina, which is fair enough. So what I think I might do is we go Io Sky, Julia would be face. Tatum's getting annoyed. That's what worries. I was gonna do a triple threat, but Tatum's getting annoyed, which scares me a little bit here. Because I want to start. We traded for Jade and Bianca, and I want to have them feud with Kabuki Warriors. I want to try to get that started tonight on this show. So I'm debating if I want to go face or go triple threat here, knowing that Tatum more likely to lose, might get upset. Maybe we can give her a jobber match later. Io rest. We're gonna go singles. I was kind of pivoting there in the moment. I do want to try to start this women's tag feud. So Kabuki Warriors gonna take on Jade and Bianca. Oh, okay. Yeah, they paired up right away. So I presume at the trading. Oh, Asuka's health isn't there. Damn it. During the trading, I had mentioned that I wasn't sure if Bianca and Jade were a default tag team in the game. It appears they are, because they got that chemistry right off rip. We are going to have them call out Kairi Sane and Asuka. Let's go with... I want to set up Tony and Six. Six won the world title, putting Farouk through the table. Those guys are good enough to fight this week, so we're going to have them battle, start that feud. Then, man, Kofi and Woods, both with a ton of stamina. They finished their feud with the machine guns. We might go Kofi. And I'm torn between Axiom and Farouk on the other side of this. Can you turn into? I forget. He can turn into a giant. So yeah, let's do this. And then, nope, he's hurting and in pain. So never mind. Can either of you turn into a specialist? Yes, Axiom can. So if I want to pivot this off Cruiser does do okay, but it's not an official chemistry. So if I switch one of them to specialist, it would help. But we can run that. And then we've got one more match here. So I think I want to set up the guns against the NWO, but I also want to get Six rolling with Tony D'Angelo, so I've prioritized that. Frazier does want to win his next match. That could be the other thing I do here, is I could sign Jackson Smooth.
Oh yeah, Daddy, the CodyVerse.
He's a heel, so he's talking shit about us right now, and I don't like it. People don't forget. And
Hey, Greg, why don't you go piss your pants again? That was like 8 years ago, asshole. People don't forget.
We're going to have Nate Frazier with the GM interference on his behalf. No. Against Jackson Smith. Okay, so this
Jackson Smooth.
probably gonna be a struggle bus here. The women's match might do better than these guys just because of Bruiser Fighter. 62-51, 62-59. There's more popularity, more ring XP in the opener. So I think we put... I mean, these guys have a shit ton of stamina. Loser injured 2 weeks. I was trying to remember what the ambulance one was. We might throw them. I'm not going to use the power card we just bought, but since there's a specialty, give them an Iron Man match. Then these guys... debating on TLC would take a lot of their stamina off here, so we're gonna give them just the classic little tables boost, and it makes sense coming off the pay-per-view. You know, 6 put fruit for the table, and Tony, he's gonna have something to say about that. So now we want to get 1 self promo, 1 training montage, and then kind of go from there. So let's get... Just trying to think who I would want to pair up for singles feuds here. Let's get Kevin Nash on... Actually, no. I'm going to do... Nah, his stamina's too early. He needs a full night off. We're going to go Kevin Nash on the self-promo. Training is going to go to EO. If she hits it out of the park here, she would get... looks like based on where the bar is, I think she needs 9, which would be tough, but if she gets 9 XP here, she would get to level 20. And then for our other promo here, we're going to do some charity from Xavier Woods. Get some extra fans in here. Cheeks cooking with gasoline right now. So we're going to see if I can keep him off my tail for another week. And I think we're good. I don't want to put the title on the... do I? 6 is double champion? You know what? Yeah, we're going to put the belt on line here. That might help that curve-wise too. So 6 defending his title right away. Got the GM interference from Nathan Frazier. We're good there. These guys had a match before, and I think it was 2 stars. So I'm good with that being there. Iron Man specialty for Kofi should help that. Logistics, I don't think... Yeah, we're level 3 on everything, so we'll... Unless we come into... You know, if we get like the Angel Investor or something as a shakeup, we probably won't be in a position to get more upgrades this season, but we'll see. You never know. Power card wise, good on the buying front. Is there anything I want to toss out? And I don't think so. Nothing right now. So that said, we lock it in, we send it in, and send it over to Cheek.
Let's do it. Oh, Armando says, I have to say, you really crushed it with that last show. Game recognized. Dude, look at him.
He knows.
Yeah, piece of shit.
All
right.
Grubby little hands.
Ooh. All right. Rey Mysterio putting in a lot of work. Earn a shot at the next NXT Championship. Ooh.
80
You know what we
stamina,
could do?
82 pop. Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah, we'll keep him happy. There we go. All right. Ooh. Little partnership. Yeah, my back. Fans love it. Uh-oh. Book me in a match and be in my corner. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't want to.
Nah.
Well, I just don't want to. He's smiling with teeth, so I think I can afford the hit. I don't want to have to interfere someone and piss another star off and yada yada. So no, I'm good.
No, I think I was smart. I mean, you are gonna have to suit yourself now, but
And he's still smiling with teeth, so we're good. Everything works out. Oh.
shake up.
All right, class and rule change costs 75% less. Ooh, okay. Fan favorite, superstar.
You know what? I'm enacting it. Cheek has to pick out All Out War. There it is.
Oh
I'm
my
finally-
gosh.
And
Yeah.
before he selects, as a refresher from draft night, So Canada had a spinning the wheel of draft destiny because of his Rumble victory and booking the Rumble winner in a world title match. It caused me to owe him $100,000 after the first PLE. For Cheek, it was one time during the season Canada could step in and force Cheek to pick a certain shakeup, and he is stepping in now for All Out War.
Yeah, 'cause
Wow.
fan favorite is too good for Cheek to have. I'm sorry.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
People on the last episode were clamoring about your comeback, so I had to put a stop to that.
Hey, I worked hard for that comeback.
Oh,
I
you
didn't get any handouts. All right, fine. We got that. So
You know, maybe the tag scene goes crazy on NXT.
hey
in this
now.
build.
Oh, no handouts, just the 25 level 25 woman on your card.
What did you get season 1? Like 50,000 fans or
From
something?
sarcophagus, yes, sir.
Yeah, 50,000.
I could use another one of those. Actually. Not gonna lie.
All right. All right. Oh,
Bam.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, yours did the same as he's me. Ooh, you had 2
All
of them
right.
there.
I needed that. Okay, so Ray needs the NXT Championship. Oh man.
So Gunther.
So Gunther, yeah. So I just got to get him a shot. So we'll see what's going on there. Honky Tonk Man is absolutely gassed. Hitman Hart's gassed. They gave me everything at the last PLE. Triton's big ass. See, his morale's he's getting a little bummy. It's because I haven't really done much with him lately, but his stamina's so low. Alright, Sandman, he's pretty gassed. We're gonna have to get some things going here. We're gonna have to juice it up on NXT, but you know what? We got that tag team wrestling card, so we might as well take advantage of it. Try to get some rivalries juiced up. So, okay. Ooh, a trip to the underground. Fixed match, beginner's luck, okay.
Such an interesting picture for that power card. Like, for that being the underground match, just looks like the Operation board game.
I know, it's not what I would have thought they would have went with. Ooh, I can raise that. So that's good to have in the back pocket.
Melty Snowman.
Chill out, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Contract extension. Who wants an extra 2 weeks? Ooh, Honky Tonk Man coming down the pipe. Okay. Good to know. We don't really have any money, so do not put Rey Mysterio in a match this week. And I get Health Spa 3. Okay. Of course, he's got 80 stam though, so I could have used him. But all right, so I got a lot of people gassed. I'm gonna go ahead. Wait a minute. Oh, I just got to give him a shot at the next.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
3 weeks for
So
that
this
one.
can still be a title match if I want it. He'll still be good. Okay. So Ruka, yes. Ladies champ now. We need some new ladies tag feuds. We need a male tag feud. All right, we can get the Fiend and Uncle Howdy going back at it. I'm gonna see if I can get it to level. No, yeah, just to fill out the card. I know I gotta flip one of them, so we'll see what we can do. We're gonna start working and twerking this. Braun Breaker needs a worthy adversary. He's just in it with Sandman. Eddie Thorpe is. Okay. Might have something planned. Might have something in the works. And then let's do. I think Eddie Thorpe and Jimmy. That's an easy one. That's an easy card filler. Gosh, we still have 2 matches. Why do we have so many card slots to fill?
Welcome to Extreme.
Extreme. Candice LeRae will keep this feud going for the sake of feuds going, and then we need one more. Oh gosh. I think we're just gonna have Fallon Henley and Blair Davenport. So kind of a bleh, meh card.
No. Don't say that.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It always just makes
So
me
I
think
think-
of Troy Dan when I hear that.
You know what? It is what it is. It is what it is.
Gosh. So I have the tag card power up, and these guys are my tag champs, but there's in a level 2 rivalry. So I guess for this upcoming PLE, we're just gonna push this rivalry and get it knocked out. Even though it's not gonna be much of a rivalry since they're both face, but I'll have to see if I could flip skis one of them. And then, all right, now on this side, we gotta get going here. We gotta get some things popping off. So, I think I'm gonna have my champion Sol Ruka is gonna call out Trish.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be saucy. And then hold on. I think we're gonna have Braun Breaker call out the shit man. Then alright, we're working. We gotta get Triton involved. We gotta get him happy. 61 pop. He needs to do something with his life.
We've all come at that crossroads before.
Well, we're actually just gonna do training. We're gonna keep pushing towards getting him to level 20. But we do need to keep him happy. But I got that card in my back pocket. But I do have a couple guys who aren't too thrilled exactly. So,
You like dragons? Oh.
Ooh,
I do
planting
like
seeds.
dragons.
Mmm.
Ooh,
He's cooking.
man. High flying mysterious dragon versus
This sounds like a book I would have read in like second grade.
I think we're gonna have him fight a couple men. The Honky Tonk Man. Yeah, we're gonna have him fight Honky Tonk Man and Sandman.
Ooh, after the
Two
rivalry,
men.
a little respect for each other.
Yeah, now they gotta team up. They gotta team up and see if they can take on this high flying duo. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot that they had the tag chemistry. I was probably gonna put Ilya with possibly Javon Evans. I thought that would have been a cool tag duo as well. But this works. This is good. This is good. I think this is a very salvageable card. It sucks that these guys are both faces, but it is what it is. But other than that, let's sauce this up a little bit. Jeez.
Huh.
Throw tables on it. Help it out a little bit. And then it's not my best card overall, but I just want to see. I don't think there's really anything.
He's going for Sarah Call.
Give me that 50,000.
How crazy would that be? Obviously, I don't think it'd be the play, but like he stole sarcophagus and then he also gets the 50,000 fans.
That's insane.
That'd be great. All right, I think that's actually a decent little card. We came around pretty good there. We dropped 20,000 on it, but gotta spend money to make money.
That's what they say. And over on Raw, we're kicking off Extreme Rules. It's the People's Contender. He's held, you know, he was the #1 contender for the IC title for a while. But we got the people's favorite in Dr. Punching Stone. And of course, Dr. Punching Stone, he's hearing the chants. So this is his chance. Chant. That was crazy. This is his chance to prove that he is more than just a local talent. So as R-Truth comes out to the ring, Dr. Punching Stone ambushes him, hits him with a stone punch from behind before the bell even rings, throws him into the ring, and this one is underway, baby. Does the advantage help him out? No. Oh, I thought I could give him the advantage there.
Damn.
But unfortunately, during the match, Dr. Punching Stone sets up for another stone punch, but Truth ducks out of the way, hits an axe kick, and he hits the 1, 2, 3 on Dr. Punching Stone. Unfortunately for Dr. Punching Stone, he's got to prove himself in another way, and that's a 3-star match. Goes up to level 2. That's probably the best case scenario for that kind of match. Shawn Spears. Nobody cares about the new Intercontinental Champion. He comes out to the ring, and he says, and this is probably why, I mean, he comes out and he's in Albany, New York, and he goes, "This garbage state, this garbage city, it reminds me too much of Buffalo."
Whoa.
And I hate Buffalo. But then Obafemi's music hits, and Obafemi, I mean, he's part of Bill's Mafia, man. If you saw him during a Bill's tailgate, oh shit, like he'd be putting people through tables. He just seems like the perfect guy. He comes out in a Josh Allen jersey, and of course, Shawn Spears, he runs away. He wants no part of Obafemi. And of course, everybody doesn't like that. No fans were like, "I don't like that. I'm not liking you. I'm not hating you." So no fans for Shawn Spears. Now this match, Nick Aldis just says, "Hey man, remember that women's IC title? Yeah, me too. Whoever wins this match, you're basically the #1 contender for that belt." And all 3 women here, they're pretty excited because, you know, Nikki, she wants her revenge. Lola Vice, she's been helping out her tag partner. And if Sarah Kafka, she just wants to choke someone.
Me.
Oh,
on
no,
Saturday.
Nikki Cross. Yeah, I know. Nikki Cross hits a diving crossbody, gets up, crossbodies Sarcophagus too, and then picks up Lola Vice, who's already on the ground, hits a purge, and then chews on her hair as she pins her. Kind of gross, but you know.
Her hair or Lola's hair?
Lola's hair.
Ew. Yeah, that is
Yeah, no,
gross.
exactly. Backstage, we see the advertising queen. She's doing, you know, she's training. She's hitting the heavy bag. She's doing push-ups. She's on a balance beam, and she picks up 2 50-pound barbells full of pink glitter and says, as she's picking up, she's screaming, "I'm the world's strongest woman!" So we'll see if she can handle that, because she got 5 ring experience for all that work. That's an excellent promo for Alexa Bliss. Demon Finn Balor, and this is one of the, you know, as we were watching that training promo, we cut back to the ring, and Argus the Great, he's already standing in the ring. He's ready, and Finn Balor's walking through Gorilla again. We got that camera on him. He's muttering, "I hate Canadians. I hate them so much. I hate Mounties. I hate free healthcare. I hate Jim Carrey. I hate Terry Fox." And as you know, at the mention of Terry Fox, Jalen Brunson comes around the corner of Gorilla face to face with Demon Finn Balor. And of course, Jalen Brunson's born in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And of course, New Brunswick is a popular province in Canada. So Jalen Brunson's a fan of Canada. He goes, you know, I kind of feel like a hometown vibe with Canada. So hell no, Demon Finn Balor, I'll see you out in that ring. And Demon Finn Balor, he's not one to back down from a challenge. So this is now a triple threat match with the ever-loving Canadian Jalen Brunson, but it's not going to do nothing. And Argus the Great and Jalen Brunson star rivalry, but that's not going to matter because Jalen Brunson's kind of like a celeb appearance for one night only. It's a 1-star match. But we got Demon Finn his win. Hopefully his morale goes up. That's what the whole process of doing this match was. Get his morale back up, baby. We're just gonna go ahead and skip this for a second. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that promo in just a second. Match 4, Natalya. She's making her debut on the brand with 100 stamina and just got a bonus 25 popularity because she comes in at a time where people are kind of getting sick of Becky Lynch as champion. She's won all these matches. She's forced Charlotte Flair off the brand by demanding a trade, whoever lost that match. She wire transferred the wrong money over to ECW when that happened and sent ECW $60,000. And the fans are kind of pissed because they know that Raw could have used that money to make Raw better. So Natalya's coming in to hopefully save the brand with 69 popularity. And of course, Karen Compactor just here to compact Natalya, but no. We get her into 2-star, better than I would have hoped for. Gets her into the sharpshooter, and Karen Compactor can't stand that. It's too much compaction. She taps out. AJ Styles comes down to the ring, and he's feeling light on his toes. He's trying to get the fans into it. And he says, "You know what? I know I've been a prick these past few weeks on Raw. Hell, the past few months. Maybe even I've been a jackass. I don't know. But Randy Orton, he beat me fair and square. I've lost to Kevin Owens fair and square. I'm starting to respect the talent here on Raw. But what I don't respect is Karrion Kross's ass trying to come out here and bring darkness all over Raw. And I'm not with that. So you know what? If you have me, I'm going to go after him, and I'm going to make Raw brighter." And as soon as he starts talking about that, Drew McIntyre's music hits. But Drew McIntyre, he forgot to bring a mic out with him. Ooh. And that's why we didn't get... I kind of had an idea of what he was going to say in a Scottish accent, but I can't do it because he forgot his microphone. So maybe we'll hear his promo another week.
Make sure you like the video right now to increase the odds of Drew McIntyre speaking in a Scottish accent later in the video.
Yeah. I mean, damn. If it would have popped, we would have got it. But no pop. Forgot the microphone. Just stares down AJ Styles. That's not good enough. AJ Styles laughs him off. Wonder where that's going to go. And in the main event, I mean, Randy Orton, he's demanded this match. I can't remember the exact email, but I'm pretty sure it was Karrion Kross threw out Randy Orton's luggage, if I'm remembering correctly. Ooh. If I'm not, that's the new lore. He threw out his luggage out of the locker room, and Randy Orton doesn't take kindly to that. He's like, "Dude, my custom-made porcelain dolls were in there, and they broke. And you can't find these porcelain dolls anywhere else." And Karrion Kross says, "Fuck your porcelain dolls. I don't give a shit. I hate porcelain. It's a shitty material." But Randy Orton says, "I'm going to treat you like porcelain." And of course, picks him up, gives him a little punt to the head, lays him on the table, picks him up, kind of wobbles, those the brown tables. Doesn't like people standing on it. But Randy Orton, he's not one for challenges. RKO's him right through that wobbly ass table, and the fans loved it. 3.5 stars. Let's go, baby.
And we head over to WCW. We're in Sonya Deville's office, where she reveals that Tony D'Angelo, she misread the contract. He actually was guaranteed a one-on-one match for the WCW World Championship since he had won it at Mania, but was not retained to start season 2. So it's been revealed that we've got a bit of a rematch tonight. Farouk will not be in this contest. He's too beat up after SummerSlam, but Syxx will be defending the World Championship against Tony D'Angelo. The camera then pans to show both Kofi Kingston and Axiom in her office as well. And Sonya says, "I've got an opportunity to you guys that I think could be great. I want you guys to kick off the show. I think you guys both have the ability to put on an incredible match and bring a lot of eyes to WCW to start the night." She's like, "I'm going to flip a coin. Tails, Kofi, you get to pick the match. If it's heads, Axiom, you get to pick the match." And they both shake their head. They're ready. The coin flips, and it's heads. And Sonya says, "Axiom, what match do you want to have tonight?" And Axiom just kind of stares, and he's moving his hands around, and he's trying to explain. And Sonya's like, sweetie, you got to use your words. What match do you want? And Axiom just continues to try to convey, and he leaves the room for a second. He comes back. He's got like an easel, and he's trying to draw what looks like some sort of cage or something. But Sony can't figure it out, and so she goes, okay, Axiom, if you don't want to tell me, if you don't want to speak up, Kofi, what type of match do you want to see? And Kofi's like, Iron Man match. Sony says, okay, go to the ring. Have an Iron Man match. So it's Kofi Kingston and Axiom in an Iron Man match, and despite Kofi picking the match type, Axiom gets the win, getting a late pinfall in the final seconds, wins this thing 2-1. And Kofi is so frustrated. Axiom extends the hand. Kofi denies the handshake, leaves the ring. A feud begins, a 3.5-star opener. Axiom grabbing that victory. And then Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair make their way out to the ring. The rumors are true. The trade is official. Bianca and Jade are here on WCW, and they make their target clear. They are here to take down the Kabuki Warriors. The Meta 2 may not have been able to do it, but this is going to be a different story this time around. The Kabuki Warriors, your days as champion are numbered. They start their feud. And then the Canadian Clippler demanded a match with Shaq. So Shaq called up his baldy Tommaso Ciampa. The Clippler called up his favorite barber, Bobby the Barber Marquis. It is the Baldies. It snips and clips once again in tag team action. And the Baldies get it done. Tommaso Ciampa hits a fairy tale ending onto Bobby the Barber Marquis. And then he signals to Shaq. He knows Shaq had that tough night at Hell in a Cell, in the Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam. So he gives Shaq the opportunity to goozle the Barber, chokeslam it to the mat, get the pinfall, while the Canadian Clippler was a little scared to get in the ring. But a tag feud begins in 2.5 stars, a little better than the first time. So we might pursue that tag feud a little bit. We'll have to see. And then Kevin Nash comes out for a little bit of a self promo, and Nash is still furious, man. He feels like he was robbed in the Great American Grill Off. He feels like he should be United States champion, but he explains that he has no doubt that the new world order is going to still come out on top. Syxx is going to demolish Tony D'Angelo tonight and avenge Kevin Nash's loss to him at WrestleMania. Kevin Nash will do whatever he's got to do to get that United States Championship off of Ciampa, even if that means helping somebody else get the gold. And as for the tag titles, he and Syxx plan to hang on to him for a long time. Julia demanded that she fight someone different. She was sick of dealing with Tamina. She's like, I need to fight somebody else. But then the smile on her face went away as Tatum Paxley made her way out to the ring. A prior rival for Julia. They began going back and forth, and Tatum Paxley sees on the top of the screen an Io Sky training montage begins to play. Tatum Paxley's been in a feud with Io Sky, and Tatum gets distracted and starts applauding and cheering her rival Io Sky, which allows Julia to get the sudden pinfall victory. And Io Sky gets 6 ring XP. We needed 9, but we get 6. And we'll take 6. Io Sky is locked in, looking to finish a feud with Tatum Paxley, and maybe, just maybe, get her hands back on WCW Women's Championship. Nathan Frazier is sick of losing. He wants to win his next match. And Sonya Deville said, well, I know that there's a son of a bitch out there that when he's naughty, he talks bad about the CodyVerse, and he tells people to watch other wrestling channels on YouTube, and you shouldn't be doing that. There is no channel that you should be watching for WWE 2K25 or any other wrestling game content other than CodyVerse. So, Nathan, I'm in your corner tonight, and I need you to beat the brakes off of Jackson Smooth. And Nathan Frazier does just that. It's a 1-star match because, yeah, I mean, it was one-sided all the way through. Nathan Frazier gets a win. Hopefully that has him happy, joy. And then Xavier Woods makes his way out to the ring, and he said, I wanted to be in the ring tonight but I don't know if y'all notice, I'm not only a wrestler here, but I kind of manage another brand called NXT 2.0. So I want you guys to support WCW, watch this show, but I also I got to go over there because we got a big show tonight. Big world title match. A lot of good stuff happening over there. So see ya, love ya, bye. And then he runs away, and 4,500 fans are like, okay, I guess I'll watch WCW right now because that's what's on TV, and maybe check out NXT later. And then it's main event time 6. Tony D'Angelo 6 shocked us 3 by getting the victory at SummerSlam. He put Farouk through the table, but as Sonya revealed, Tony gets a one-on-one shot. Can he get the world title back around his waist? He cannot, because as the match is going, Tony looks to have things where he needs to have things when Kevin Nash makes his way out to the ringside. It's a tables match. It's no DQ. And Kevin Nash distracts the referee and then says, you know what, screw this. Just knocks out the referee. Jackknife to Tony D'Angelo through the table. 6 had been recently laid out. 6 is kind of out of it, but when the ref comes to, all he sees is Tony through a table, so he rings the bell. 6 is still WCW's world champion. 4 stars in the main event. Rivalry underway. And then this garbage, known as ECW, has a big signing that isn't garbage. If you stayed until the end of the SummerSlam episode, I had pointed out that it looked like Armando had a lot of money after the trading, and his money was a lot less when we were on kind of like the load-in screen or whatever you would call that. So he said he probably spent a lot of money. Well, here is what he spent that money on. Eddie Guerrero. He might have spent other money too, but this one is definitive. Omos and Eddie are starting feud here. Omos furious. He lost the television championship to Mensa, who ended up on NXT 2.0. So that title is vacant right now. Looks like that's getting handled later tonight. But in the opening contest, Eddie Guerrero handles Omos, who is on quite the losing streak now. He's got to find his way. 2.5 stars, but no rivalry there. Josh Briggs, your world champion, says, I ripped through the scars, of Angel. And there's somebody. I want more of a challenge. So I heard there was a lot of trading that happened after SummerSlam, but there's a guy that got brought over to ECW. A guy that tried to get WCW's World Championship, and although he came up short, he constantly got up. He constantly had fight. And you know what? I weirdly respect that. So Charlie Dempsey, whenever you get the courage to step foot in an ECW ring, know that me and this championship are ready. And then it's Elton Prince and another signing. Angelo Dawkins maybe got something to prove. He was the protected pick, and then he didn't get picked. So can Angelo Dawkins get... Oh, man. Angelo Dawkins gets the win.
He's pissed, baby.
And he is fucking pissed. He grabs a mic and he says, fuck protections. I do this for me going forward.
Dude.
You know?
I'm cheering for him.
Dude, he's fired up. He's seeing this as an opportunity. He's learned that nothing's guaranteed in love and in CodyVerse. So Angel Dawkins got a big point to prove to all of us here that passed on him in the draft. And he gets a victory to get that journey started. Then Kit Wells comes to the ring and goes, damn, that kind of sucks. Elton Prince lost. And 3 people are like, yeah, that did. It was dope as hell to see Angelo Dawkins here, though. So he gets 3 popularity. And then, I know Grayson Waller is shaking in his boots, because you know what Giovanni Vinci's cooking up to hand him. He's trying to give him another bowl of loser soup, but as he goes to hand the soup to Grace Waller swats the bowl, and the soup goes into the face of Giovanni Vinci, and it burns like crazy. And he's like, ah! And then Grayson Waller able to get the pinfall off that. 2 stars. Rivalry level 3. Nikita Lyons, coming off of her feud with Wendy Chu, has her sights set. I am blanking on the name here. That's tough. Cheek, who was your partner here? Kiana James. I was like Kiana James, but I could only think of Kiana. Thank you. Nikita calls out Kiana and says, you know what? You don't belong on ECW, because I bet if there was a YouTube channel and there was some guy that narrated over our brand, he won't even know your damn name. So you don't deserve to be in a ring with me. You don't deserve to be on this brand. And they start a feud off of that. And then it's Lash Legend, Wendy Choo, Scarlett, Indy Hartwell. And we've all been there. Sometimes you got to throw something at the wall, see what sticks. That feels like what's happening here. We've got 4 unique classes here, though. So we got the synergy. And I mean, obviously, Scarlett's winning, man. Scarlett is a beast in the ring. 2.5 stars. Lash Legend and Wendy Choo start a feud. And then I had forgotten, since the last time we had a booking episode that wasn't a PLE, Scarlett has a feud with Indy Hartwell, which is now sitting at level 3 and in the main event. Alpha. He might not even realize what's at stake here, but he's got an opportunity to win championship gold. Humberto, he's been getting pissed. You can see his grumpy face there. He's angry. He's mad. But Armando has extended an offer and says you can fight for the newly vacated television championship. Will it work for Berto? Hell no. Alpha gets it done in a 4.5 star tables match. The rivalry goes to level 3, and Alpha gets the gold. He holds up the championship, and then he starts trying to bite it. And then Tyler Bate runs out, and he's trying to get him to stop. Like, that's not what you do with championships, and he's trying to put it around his waist. Alpha very confused, but also very excited for his new title.
Speaking of excited, you're excited. Feel these nipples. Here we go. Uncle Howdy, the Fiend Bray Wyatt, the tag team champs feuding amongst themselves. That's how dominant of a tag team they are. They're just getting bored that nobody can beat them, so they're just quabbling amongst themselves. Who is the front runner of this tag team of the Wyatt Six? Who is the real reason they're the tag team champs? We're gonna find out right here, right now. No surprise there. Bray Wyatt, big victory over Rowdy Uncle Howdy. Gets the rivalry to level 3, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this one turns out. And then, damn you, Sol Ruka, our sunshine of the brand, swings and misses as she tries to piss off Trish Stratus and bait her into a feud, but she is unsuccessful. So Sol Ruka trying to find somebody worthy to go after her championship, but cannot. At least right now, Trish Stratus, the first taker, says no. So who will Sol Ruka get in a feud with? And speaking of feuds, Thea Hale, Candice LeRae, they're going at it. Can the rivalry progress unlike the one with Sol Ruka and Trish Stratus? Yes. LeRae and Hale goes to level 2. Big victory there. Let's see how that one goes. I'm just trying to have a bunch of singles feuds. It kind of sucks. I want to have a bunch of tag feuds since Canada screwed me into that card. But you know what? I'm having a lot of stamina issues, so we're just kind of navigating this and seeing how we go. And then, man, this is a brutal start to the card.
Looks like we all forgot Mike's.
Good Lord. Braun Breaker comes out. He starts saying shit, and then he gives him the, is this thing on? And then it actually isn't.
Oh,
and
no.
Bret the Hitman Hart doesn't even have to take his glasses off in disgust because he can't even hear what Braun Breaker's saying.
And now Canada doesn't get any glasses in the front row, so now he's
Nope. The glasses stay on. Okay. Fallon Henley, Blair Davenport. Because why? Because every card has a mid-card. But not every card has a Fallon Henley, Blair Davenport rivalry. Fallon Henley's just taking a break from Ye Hale. She's gonna ride solo on this one, I guess. Let's see if she can buck Blair Davenport off the horse. She gets the rivalry started. Level 1. We love to see the ladies' rivalries. And then, oh my goodness, it hit. It hit. So, we do have a chance for these tag feuds to jump a level, but we'll see if any of them do. Yes. What?
No, what? No, just commenting.
What do you... Do you like dragons? Is that what you wanted me to say?
No,
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry.
Guys,
the
don't get
sand-
divorced. Is it my fault?
the honky tonk sandmen. We're gonna workshop a name for them. But they get asked the age-old question if they like dragons.
Oh, shit.
And Sandman says, "You son of a bitch! Is this one of your kids' stupid-ass jokes?"
Is that a stupid ass joke?
Yeah, stupid-ass joke. I like dragons. Yeah, I like dragons. Level 1 feud. We love to see it. Beautiful. And then in a battle of I hold my fists like this, Eddie Thorpe, Jimmy Uso.
It's my favorite feuds.
Oh my goodness. Thorpe looks like he's just ready. You know it's coming. Jimmy looks like you might get blindsided by it. We're going to see which style prevails here. Jimmy Uso grows the rivalry to level 2. Says, "This is how you hold a fist, you son of a bitch." Thorpe hasn't used his fist in a while. He had that 100 stamina, so it's good to get him out into the ring. Got to get the rust off, though. Well, hopefully he can by the time it comes for the go-home show. Right now, Uso dominating this rivalry. And then in a weak promo, no shocker for this card so far, Triton says, "I gotta hit the gym. I don't have anybody to fight. I don't have a rivalry of my own, but you know what? Damn it. You gotta stay ready. It's easier to stay in shape than it is to get in shape," which is a weird thing for him to say. But he gets 7 ring XP. He's getting ready for the big time. He knows one day when he gets in that level 20 ring XP, he's going to be called upon to carry this brand. And some might argue he already has. He's carried our hearts. But someday he's going to be carrying that title belt. And then here we go. A match with a little chest hair. A match with some zest behind it. Batista wants his strap back. Gunther says, "You can go eat shit." Here we go. Main event title match. Batista, Gunther. Oh. Gunther says, "Not tonight, my friend." And can't even chop his way into the next level of the feud. Dang. But Batista still searching to get the title back. He feels like he was wronged. Gunther got that match. Kind of. It was the triple threat, or was it the fatal 4-way? Is it
Yeah, I think it was a four-way.
I think it was a 4-way. So Batista feels like he's an illegitimate champion. Gunther tells him to eat shit. What happens on the next NXT? Stick around, find out.
And for our rundowns for WCW, Iron Man match in the opener, Axiom gets victory over Kofi Kingston, 3.5 stars. They start a feud. Tag team action feud begins between DeBaldies and Snips and Clips. 2.5 stars as DeBaldies get the victory. 2.5 stars for Julia taking down her old rival Tatum Paxley. And then we gave that GM interference to help out our boy Nathan Frazier, taking out some punk that doesn't want to watch our YouTube channel named Jackson Smooth. And then tables match in the main event, 6 hanging on to the WCW World Championship over Tony D'Angelo, but a rivalry does start there. 4 stars. On the call side of things, tag team call, Bianca and Jade call out the Kabuki Warriors and get a rivalry underway. On NXT 2.0, 3 stars for the Fiend Bray Wyatt taking down Uncle Howdy in a tables match rivalry up to level 3. Thea Hale takes down Candice LeRae, 2 stars, their rivalry level 2. Rivalry begins as Fallon Henley takes down Blair Davenport, 1.5 stars. Jimmy Uso takes rivalry to level 2 with Eddie Thorpe in a 1-star match. In the main event, 4 stars. Gunther defeats Batista, hanging on to the NXT Championship. On the call side of things, Dragunov and Mysterio call out. Honky Tonk Man and Sandman get a tag feud started. The others did not go through. Over on Raw, Extreme Rules R-Truth takes down Dr. Punching Stone, 3 stars on that match. Level 2 on the rivalry. Level 2 on the rivalry between Nikki Cross and Lola Vice in the triple threat. Nikki gets the 1.5 star victory. The triple threat match here, 1 star victory for the Demon Finn Balor over Jalen Brunson and Argus the Great. Natalya makes her debut on Raw with a 2-star victory over Karen Compactor. And in the main event tables match, 3.5 stars, Randy Orton taking down Karrion Kross. On the call side of things, a failed call out there from Drew McIntyre to AJ Styles. And then finally, ECW Eddie Guerrero, signed and debuting for the brand, defeats Omos in a 2.5 star match. 1.5 stars for Angelo Dawkins, making his debut in a big way over Elton Prince. Grayson Waller reverses the loser soup to get a 2-star victory over Giovanni Vinci. Their rivalry up to level 3. Fatal 4-way action. New rivalry between Lash Legend and Wendy Chu. And the rivalry extends between Scarlett and Indy Hartwell to level 3 in Scarlett's 2.5 star victory. And then the main event tables match, 4.5 stars. Afa wins the television championship over Berto. Their rivalry level 3. On the call side of things, Nikita calls out Keanu James for a new feud, and Briggs calls out Dempsey for a new feud. For Raw, a 100 rating score, 3,000 fans, $59,000. Raw signed Jalen Brunson. So cool. Great to see him in the ring again. So they're really excited about Jalen Brunson and his long tenure with Raw. Also, Karen Compactor thought it was a fluke that she lost to Natalya. It won't happen twice, which
Aaron Crunch.
I guess is
Won't happen
true.
3 times. Won't happen 4 times.
On WCW, we're going to get a 109 rating score. We're going to get 11,000 fans, $50,000. New Age show. Just glad to see Jade finally leaving ECW after trade. She can be another brand's Oh, damn. I thought it was a compliment. Now I'm just talking shit. Screw you, New Age show 88. ECW, they're going to get a 106 rating score. 6,000 fans, $85,000. And they are very excited about Eddie Guerrero. But they are confused, but also accepting as chairwoman of Ora Mensa getting traded for Kiana James on that deal. And then finally, NXT 2.0, a 102 rating score, 2,000 fans, $86,000. Trish was called out by Sol Ruka tonight. Looking forward to seeing them sell things in the ring.
Yeah, keep looking forward. ...
Ooh, and Eddie Thorpe was considered a bust. That hurts his feelings. And there it is. Queens of the Ring heading to Canada for his commissioner goal this week.
Hey-yo.
And I finished 5 season challenges, so I get my next trophy. Again, we always give this reminder. This year, trophies only matter if one of us gets to 10. It'll trigger the end game, which could happen. You never know. And then Get School 3 coming my way for No Pay No Gain, which was my training promos. Cheek for his commissioner goal is going to get a Luscious Health Spa 3. And there are the standings. Myself, I am currently in the lead by 33,000 fans over Cheek. Cheek up 40,000 fans on Armando. Armando up 35,000 fans on Canada. As we head to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and we start with Canada once again.
Okay, let's go. Thanks for the match against Cross. It's always better to settle these things in the ring. Great match, by the way. That's gonna give Randy Orton small update on his morale. Sean Spears says, "I'm clearly the best superstar on Raw, and I imagine the crowd is getting bored of me seeing me win so easily every week. So he wants to go against Sami Zayn and R-Truth this week in a triple threat or a fatal 4-way. I'll make it happen. Why not?" And Triple H got an email about an ad agency in the area. $10K for three-week ad campaign to get us some new fans. But since they're new, there's always potential to lose some as well. So $10K for 3 weeks. This is different than what it was last year, from what I'm remembering. Unless it's $10K a week.
Well, it might be like, if it's like I think last year was like each week you would get asked if you want to keep going. So I presume it's gonna do the same thing there.
Okay, can't pass up the deal. Put it in the books.
Boom.
Try to get. It's gonna lose us some fans knowing me. All right, have at least one last man standing. What do we get? Oh, get school 3 is pretty good, but we'll see. We'll see if we want to spend that money. And of course, self promos would be good. Training promos, just to remind myself quickly, I need to get some of these going. We're pretty much halfway through the season here at 12 weeks. Could buy another logistic, but we'd have to only book normal matches this week if we do that. Let's take a look at what we need to do. Sean Spears wants the fatal 4-way or triple threat. We can make that happen. And Brooks Jensen wants to get in too, because might as well make him happy. Or I mean, I guess he can actually sit out for a bit. Okay, I'll think about that. Because once he starts getting a little, if he loses his teeth, smiling with teeth, we can kind of change that back up. Let's get the that triple threat / fatal 4-way if I want to put Obafemi in there. I'm not sure just yet where Sean Spears. He's right there. We'll get R-Truth, and he wanted to face Sami Zayn, who can, yeah, he can go. He can go. Now, do I want to add a fourth person in Demon Finn Balor and turn on the title match here? It's a pretty decent little idea going on. And if I'm thinking run in, I know they actually take down a match quality, so I'm not going to run in. Thinking of making that one the tables match, but everybody's kind of low stamina, so I think I'll leave it. In the main event, I think we're going to try to get this to pop. So we're going to go Natalya versus Becky Lynch. We're going to turn the title on, and I really want to try to get this to pop. That's an expensive match at 30 grand. I want to get to level 2, get that boosted right up, and get them started on their rivalry there. But of course, if we can't make it happen, we can't make it happen. I think we're going to do a call out this way. We're going to have AJ Styles call out Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre needs that bonus stamina. So unfortunately, we might not hear the Scottish Warrior. Who has this? Yeah, it's Kalani Jordan. So I think we could do Kalani Jordan versus Nikki Cross this week. But I think actually all the girls are ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a tag match this week with these two. And I think we'll put the... Yeah, we'll put the tag titles on the line for that one. And then we're going to go right back. Ooh, Dr. Punching Stone. Could Dr. Punching Stone get into this match? And then maybe we'll do Demon Finn Balor later. I think that might be the move here, especially to get a rivalry into it. And maybe, man, maybe he becomes our new Intercontinental Champion. Wouldn't that be cool?
Be electric.
Hell yeah, dude. So we're only on week 12 here, so I don't know if I want to try to push a rivalry up. What I'm going to do is we're definitely doing an advertising promo with, I think, our most popular guy here. Sorry, I meant charity, not advertising. It's more expensive, which means I think we're going to take this off. It was last man standing for that. You know what? I think we'll do it. Last woman standing gets school 3. Those cards are too good to pass up, man. Only 18 grand for that card. I think it's way more expensive in the shop.
Oh, yeah.
Considering get school 1 is 11. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that for sure. Ooh, but I think we should save that for an actual good thing coming up. Alrighty, I think just taking a look if there's anything else I can use. I'm going to save the next royalty card for a little bit. We're going to save everything else for now. Get ready, though. We're getting locked and loaded, baby. Okay. Then we're going to book in Sarcophagus has been losing a lot of matches herself. And she has that feud with Alexa Bliss. It is level 2. So what I'm going to do, we're going to bring in, it's the remix to Ignition.
Fresh out the kitchen.
Jalen Brunson's right there, ready to come back. He's so
Dude, he
in
loves
on
Raw.
Raw, baby. He's going in Raw. We're going to do Ignition versus Sarcophagus in hopes to get Sarcophagus a win here, considering she's at level 8 versus level 0. And then over here, what we're going to do is we're going to look by stamina again. And I think we're going to go Brooks Jensen's smiling with teeth. So I think it's basically more of a warm-up match for these two. Maybe put a Oba Femi in. I don't think it would take over the Sean Spears thing. Because it's level 2. I think only level 1 feuds get really replaced. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a All Out from Randy Orton to Karrion Kross. And then last but not least, we're going to have it was going to be Abyss, and then I clicked on Karrion Kross. Yeah, Karrion Kross is sitting at 60. He can get a self promo in. But I'm going to flip these two, and we're going to kick off with Charity. So quickly looking through, this match is probably definitely rating better than that match, considering they're both title matches. But of course, way more ring experience over here and popularity over here than this match. So this match could be second. Actually, no, we'll do the fake curve because I do want the middle match to kind of be our third best match. And with that, take a quick look at anything else. I don't think I can afford anything at $41,000 because we're doing a little bit of promos that cost a lot of money and all that kind of stuff. So titles are on the line. We got 3 title matches today on Raw. Lock it in.
Ooh, all right. So, Tony. Hey, Sonya, my contract with WCW comes to an end this week. I can't say I've been loving it. I'm prepared to stay another 5 weeks for $81K. So, we signed Tony for a temporary deal. Wanted to have the moment there at SummerSlam, but I also wanted to see if he could trigger a feud with Six to make it more of a long-term story. He did. So, wanted to look here at where we're at, and I think I might try a low ball on Tony, trusting that I can heal his morale if he says no, and then I gotta pay him normal. We're gonna extend him regardless, but I'm gonna see if I can steal it cheaper. I swear this never works for me. So yeah, so we're gonna pay him his price. His morale will take a dip though because I didn't just do it on the front end. That was interesting. Nice to have you in my corner, Deville, but I'm guessing Jackson might be a bit hot under the collar. Feel like I'm on a roll. You were upset you hadn't won yet, but I'm glad you feel like you're on a roll now. No. Listen, I can't stand teaming with the Canadian Clippler. He's the reason why we keep losing our tag matches. I can't drill it into his thick skull. Let me prove who the problem is. Give me a singles match tonight, and I'll show him how it's done. That works, because I can give him a match with Tony D'Angelo and get Tony a win. Most popular face and heel on the male side for contract negotiation, which I would like a lot. Tornado, man, good week on. Do I pop it? This could be a chance to pop the Sonya. And we got. Oh, I might pop it. I gotta think. I want to double check because I was thinking about making a signing this episode, but I need to double check these prices because I kind of forgot that I would be paying Tony this episode. So 10 and 15 to search. But now that I got a contract negotiation coming in the pipeline here, assuming I do that, so I would I would need to have 6 take on Shaq, which could replace the Tony feud. But I might do it. I might. Man, but then Six could get injured. What I'm wondering here, it would turn it into Shaq and Kofi if this works. If I recall, it was a different type of scenario, but I remember in season 1, I gave somebody a health spa and it threw off a commissioner goal and I had to pivot on the fly. So I'm wondering if I give Six a health spa, would that allow Kofi to take over as my most popular male naughty boy? I think I'm going to try it. So I think I have a health spa. I guess I'm assuming I might not have one anymore. I do. Or I could do physio. I might save the health spot because that comes with a morale boost and Six is happy. So I think we're actually going to do the match and we're going to have Six be happy. We could go triple threat to keep Tony in there to decrease the odds of the feud getting replaced. So I think I'm going to do that. Get Shaq in there. So that should take care of the commissioner goal. Gets me contract negotiation. We go over here. Use our physio, and we're going to apply that to Six so he won't get hurt here. Then we are going... Man, do I pop the Sonya? I think I do. Where the hell is she at? Where's that? I know I've used one this season. I don't think I've used both of them. There it is. We're popping a Sonya. So we're going to get 2 Tornado Alleys. We're going to get 2 fixed matches. We're going to get 2 Forged and Fires. We're going to get that taken care of. Okay, for good boys, is there anybody not vibing with me? Obviously, Tony's is down a little bit, but I don't want his feud to replace. No one in a really bad spot here. So let's give... We're going to go Ciampa versus the Barber because Ciampa will give a popularity boost to Bobby the Barber Marquis, who doesn't want to team up tonight. He wants singles action. And then self-promo is the one I still need to do one more time. So let's do that to guarantee we get a random power card next episode. And we are going to have... Is there anyone down? Man, I think we give Farouk a self-promo. His popularity took a major dip after losing the title. And he was off last week, so we'll give him a shot to come out and say damn, and then hopefully get some popularity. I think I'm going to take a small risk here. I should be able to sign somebody for a couple weeks. So we're going to search wide open here for level 20. No hezzy. Okay. Oh, man. If only I had gotten Jamal to appear as well. How much would this cost? I love 3-minute warning, so this is the fanboy in me potentially causing me to do something stupid.
Good.
So 1 week would be 23.5, but I would have to search again. So I wouldn't be able to search again and make this signing. So Michelle McCool can become a bruiser, false count anywhere, underground match specialty. Shinsuke can become a bruiser, TLC, gets power card if I brought him back. TLC and Casket, underground false count for Michelle. Casket and Gauntlet for Mankind. 3 on the mic is disrespectful. He can become a giant, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so I think, double check. Yeah, so we're going to go 2 weeks, Mankind. And then we are going to use, what the hell's that? Classically trained, 5-week extensions. So that'll get them closer to the end of the season. And do I want to use... I'm thinking about using this on Shaq because he's so damn popular right now, despite a low level. So I think we're going to give Shaq the 30. Strategically, I could guarantee Io Sky at level 20. I could get Asuka to level 20. That might be smarter. But Shaq's popularity is so high that I'm going to need to get him in matches, I feel like. Between Asuka and Shaq for this, but I want to do this now. Where's Kyrie at? She's at 11. I'm going to go Shaq. We're going to go Shaq here. Boost him up all the way to 9.
Ooh.
We'll have a perk for him here. Hell in a Cell or Underground. We haven't booked an Underground yet. And I now have 2 Forged in Fire cards, which will lead me to be more inclined to book Hell in a Cell in the future. So, boom. Okay, so we got that. Now let's get the rest of this card here. So, Mankind walking in the door. Increases popularity for whoever he's in a match with. We are gonna have him... I mean, these guys would be feeding into each other. I could also go Woods. We might need Mankind to be a naughty boy.
Ooh.
Just kind of the way that, because I don't want to break up a tag team, so I'd have to do double turns for the Guns or Fraxium. Bruiser for Mankind and Woods. We're going to let fate steer the wheel a little bit. So we're going to go a triple threat with Chris Sabin and Xavier Woods. If he starts a feud with Sabin, then Mankind is going to be evil. Then I think we're going to do the same thing here. Because again, our shakeup is popularity gains if you fight a level 20 in a match. So we're going to go with the singles feud we started last week with Axiom and Kofi. Put them out there with Kevin Nash. Then we've got one more match here. And I think we're going to go with tag team action. Put the titles on the line. Double check curve in a moment. We've got... We're off on the mic in the women's division. But I'm thinking we try to get the women's feuds up. And that's potentially... I know one of the cards I have is a gauntlet card. Could do a gauntlet with 4 singles feuds on the women's side of things. So we're going to try the double down here. Expecting one of these to brick here, but we'll hope that one of them hits. If they both hit, amazing. And then our last spot here, I think we're going to go Io calling out Tatum. And then we might use the health spa just for a morale play. Or do I have... I do have this card too. I think we're going to use this and save the health spa for when we really need somebody to get the stamina up. So we're going to raise Tatum's XP. Especially if I do go with a 4-way for the women's title on either the Go Home or at Bad Blood. Don't want her holding me up for 100k right now. I think we're golden. Curve wise, We got table specialty within this feud to take advantage of it. And I think we'll go like that, but I think we'll leave it. Actually, this probably does 6-7, 6-7, 6-3. There's way more popularity in this match, though. So we're going to leave this as the opener. I don't want to put a stipulation there because Tony and 6 are already low. We got the physio on 6, so he should be good. I'm going to trust with the tables and the feud and the titles and the specialty. That can main and do the same as this. We'll see. You might regret it. We are commissioner goal. Bobby's taken care of. And we have no other open promises. So we are going to send it in for WCW.
All right. The honky tonk man, his time is dwindling down. Ooh, another 5 weeks. He doesn't have that great morale. So I think we're going to go ahead and just pop the extendo mag.
Ah, yeah, I heard of it.
Are we shocked? Are we shocked? Oh, okay. So Candice LeRae out of nowhere wants a personal time. She wants 2 weeks off. She is in the level 2 feud with Thea Hale. So this would be... She would be back in time for the go-home show, I believe. So...
Yeah, yeah, because it'd be this show and then the first show of the next episode.
Yes. So I think to keep her happy, we're just going to do that. We'll try to build the rivalry, some promos, and see where we can get by the time the go-home show comes. So there we go. We'll keep her happy. Boom. She forgets it. Okay. Batista. Ooh, buddy. Batista and Bret Hart on a tag team.
Damn,
Well.
Batista.
So Hitman Hart, conveniently not in a feud, just looking for the next thing. Man, can you see Batista against the Wyatt Six for the tag titles? That would be pretty dope.
Oh, he's gonna let him know.
So we got the next couple weeks here. That'll be pretty juicy. I like that. All right. So here we go. So Bray Wyatt needs a shot at the NXT North American Championship within 3 weeks. That is due. Like due. And then we need a tables match for pre-match physio. Not bad. Okay. So let's see the power cards. Pre-match physio right there. Let me just grab the get schooled. I'm actually going to grab the pre-match physio as well. And I just want to look through here, see if there's anyone super bummy. Besides Triton. Triton's just meh. Okay, Sandman's not too thrilled. And Javon Evans not too thrilled. So I should probably get him in a match. Alright, we're working here, so... Oh, Fiend. Fiend me. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pry this belt off Honky Tonk Man's dead fingers.
My fingers hurt.
We're gonna get Fiend in there, but we're also gonna throw in Uncle Howdy. Keep the feud rolling. And then we're gonna throw in, I think we're gonna throw in, oh man, I want to throw in Javon.
Oh, he's grumps.
Because he's been a little grumpy boy, so let's see if this will help him. And then we're gonna throw that on. I think I figured I was gonna do something like that, so we're gonna pre-match physio Honky. And then we were gonna proceed to book. All right, so Candice LeRae's gone for 2 weeks, so that's cool. Where's Jimothy? Jimothy and Eddie Thorpe, we're gonna keep going at it. Batista Gunther, gonna keep going at it. We're gonna, let's see here. Let's have Braun Breaker needs to fight, damn it. I'm just gonna have him go just absolutely crush Aura. Aura Mensa, I think, is the move. And because I think, yeah. I know the types don't match up, but I need to keep Braun involved. I want him in the ring. He's got decent stamina right now. And then we're gonna have let's have the ladies get out here. Yeah, let's just have Fallon and Blair fill in this card. So I think this will work. So that's gonna bat lead off. This will be the finale. And I need let me see if any of these. Damn it. Nobody has the match specialty for the tables, so I think we're gonna have Jimmy and Eddie be our tables match. That gets us this perk. We get the pre-match physio. Fiend gets his shot. And then right down the pipe, we do have Hitman Hart and Batista. And then Rey Mysterio needs a shot at the NXT Championship within the next 3 weeks. So they're fighting now, so let's just make this a triple threat. Get Ray in here. That way we can clean up some of these promises. And then all we have to do is get this tag match going. Okay, so there we go. Goodness. This is a lot going on. All right. And then so yeah, Brett and Batista is gonna be a thing. Training. Let's just have Trident keep pushing. And let's have Thor. Got her. She sucks on the mic. You know what? We're gonna have Trish freaking show her how it's done. We're gonna do that. And then we're going to get let's get Jay out here. Yeetsters.
Eating all over the place.
Yes, he's gonna be eating so hard. And then gonna have, yeah, actually we're gonna have Thea Hill call out Candice LeRae. Try to keep that going because we need that to get beefed up a little bit. Okay, hopefully that pops off. Jay just needs to get a little popular. I haven't used him a ton. I'm surprised he's still happy. Okay. Title is on. Title is on. Table's not. All right. Think that's a pretty decent card. It's a decent little cardy. I need to.
Solid.
There's been worse cards, folks. So, okay.
Yeah,
I think
I've
we've
seen
got everything
Armando
checked
books.
off. Yeah, for realsies. So, I got a little over 100,000. I could get Gorilla Crew. Unlock the backstage brawl in an ambulance match. But I do have some 4 weeks remaining, 4 weeks remaining, 3 weeks remaining. So money is gonna get a little. I just hate spending money. So okay, we're just gonna leave it. Let's go.
Oh, he's starting garbage.
Shitty card is kicking off the night, folks.
Grayson Waller gonna get hurt.
Oh, he's risking it for the biscuit here tonight. A-Town Down Under taking on Pretty Deadly in the opening contest. A-Town Down Under gets the win. Can Grace Waller? Oh, he's good, man. He put some of that tape wrestlers use a lot. Just had that all over his body. He was damn near a mummy in this match, and that's what kept him safe in a 2.5-star victory over Pretty Deadly. And Eddie Guerrero comes to the ring and says, "Damn, Omos, you like losing matches a lot. Watch you lose to Ora Mensa a bunch. I came in, I beat you. You're just a loser, huh?" And Omos like kind of teared up a little bit. Like that really hurt his feelings a lot. So rivalry has begun. And then Nikita Lyons versus Kiana James. Nikita pointed out last week that you're forgetful. People that have YouTube channels would probably forget what your name was if it wasn't plastered on the screen. And that Kiana took that personal, man. But taking it personal ain't enough to win the damn match. All right, Nikita gets the job done. 2 stars in her victory. Level 2 now on the rivalry. And Angelo Dawkins in the ring.
Oh, baby.
Said, "I came out here last week. I got my victory on ECW. It is a new era for Doc Daddy." And the fans are vibing with the 3 new fans as he continues to build his new era. Wendy Chu ended up in a feud with Lash Legend in that Fatal 4-Way last week. And Lash Legend looking to build up momentum. She knows her partner's in action later tonight, so Lash Legend gets the victory over Wendy Chu. 3 stars on that match. They go to level 2. The meta 2, starting to build maybe some winning ways in ECW where they didn't have them on WCW. And then Akam calls out Tyler Bate. Man, we've seen the issues between the Alpha Bate and the AOP throughout Season 2. And Akam lets Tyler Bate know that it's embarrassing that he's teaming with a guy that doesn't even know how to hold a championship belt. He tried to eat the belt. You're dealing with simpletons, and I will simply deal with you. Ooh, and that pushes rivalry to level 2. And then it's another new signing for ECW. Molly Holly is back on the purple brand once again. And it's triple threat action here. Andy Hartwell, who's got the feud with Scarlett currently, but could see a new feud start here between Jakara Jackson and Molly Holly. Molly Holly going to come in night 1, get the victory, 3 stars, but no new rivalry sparks. And then Charlie Dempsey last week, he heard the words from Josh Briggs that Josh Briggs respects his resiliency. And Charlie Dempsey is now, he couldn't do it on WCW, but he does it on ECW. His first match, he is officially a world champion. 3-star victory over Josh Briggs. The rivalry up to level 2. We'll see what their future holds.
And over on Raw, man, we have, starting off, Fatal 4-Way, but that's because Sean Spears, he strutted into Nick Aldis's office, IC title over his shoulder. He demanded a match against his loudest critics. That's R-Truth and fellow Canadian Sami Zayn. But what he didn't expect was Nick Aldis to say, listen, you want a match against these 2, you're going to put your title on the line. But not only those 2, we're putting in the Doctor of Punching Stones, baby. And he gets his shot tonight for the IC title. And Sean Spears, he nods and he's He's excited for this challenge. He is our new champion, and Sami Zayn wants a double champion. R-Truth, he's been talking about it for weeks, and the fans want Punching Stone. No! 3.5 stars. But of course, Dr. Punching Stone, he goes a little too hard in this match. He wanted to show off his talents, and he tries to go for R-Truth, but R-Truth, you know, just gets rid of him easily. He throws Sami Zayn over the top rope, and he's acting like he won the Royal Rumble. But Shawn Spears, he's there, hitting him with a loaded knee, and he goes, crumples down, and the Canadian technician keeps his gold intact, baby. But of course, in the back, Demon Finn Balor, he's grumbling because Shawn Spears is Canadian, and Demon Finn Balor hates Canadian. Don't forget. Kevin Owens comes out, and he's holding, of course, his classic Tim Hortons coffee cup, and in the other hand is a donation box for cancer research. And he goes, you know, some people, and by some people I mean that Demon Finn Balor, that son of a bitch. He always talks. He's talking last week about weak Canadians, Wayne Gretzky, Jim Carrey, and of course he mentions Terry Fox. And was Terry Fox too weak when he ran across the freaking country with one leg? I don't think so, bud. That's determination. So tonight, every bottle of maple syrup that you buy is going to go towards cancer research, because that's what Canadians do. We give money towards healthcare. And of course, 5,000 fans are like, damn, that's a great cause. And Terry Fox is a great human being. So 5,000 fans, they get it. Ignition has been making she's been making waves over on Sunday Night Heat. So of course we have to give her a shot on Monday Night Raw here against Sarah Coffey, who's grumpy and needs a win. This one was during the commercial break. Nobody even saw it, but of course Sarah Coffey hits the coffin. It's basically a clothesline from hell. That's the coffin. She puts you in the coffin. There we go. And she flexes and demands respect. But it's a dull match, and again, that was during the commercial break and nobody saw. It was basically a dark match. AJ Styles comes out and he's saying last week, this is how you do it. The microphone is on. Big bad Drew McIntyre walks out here and says nothing at all because he didn't turn on his microphone. Next time, Drew, learn some IT, go to IT, get some tech, and you'll learn like AJ Styles. And that's going to grow the rivalry. Drew McIntyre's kind of upset with his tech. He's upset with the technicians, with his microphones, with, we'll see what else he's going to have to be upset with. Match 3, tag team champions are on the line. And Bliss and Cross, they haven't put up their titles in a while. Kalani Jordan's been defending hers for a while. So they said, let's do it. Let's put up our titles tonight. And again, the tag team of Kalani Jordan and Lola Vice, they're up for the challenge. But can they finally break through one time for the one time? It all comes down to this, but nope. That's because Nikki Cross is an absolute animal that will take any bump and like that can be thrown at her, because Alexa Bliss is in the ring. She's laying on the ground, and that's when Nikki Cross jumps in front of Kalani Jordan's finisher, taking it full force. And as Kalani Jordan gets up being like, that's the wrong girl, Alexa Bliss goes from behind, hits the Twisted Bliss, and that's it. I do the same thing as last week. We're just gonna skip the 3 popularity. Remember that. Anyways, match 4. Obafemi, he wants another shot of his IC title, but again, he didn't win it last time. Shawn Spears is your champion. So Nick Aldis says, listen, I know we got a lot of shit going on here, and Karrion Kross has demanded either his group get shots at titles too. So you're gonna have to go out and beat Brooks Jensen if you want a shot at your IC title. If you lose against Brooks, well, you're just gonna have to face Shawn without the title. And Obafemi goes, I agree to that. So we go down, and Brooks Jensen comes down with Abyss, obviously, because that's his tag partner going forward. And in this one, yeah, you thought it was going to happen. Abyss, he tried to get involved. He distracted the ref, and as he did that, Brooks Jensen went for the brass knuckles, but misses because he wasn't dialed in. Obafemi hits the fall from grace, pins him with 1 foot, and Abyss, he's not happy, but maybe he should have let Brooks do his own thing. And that's when Karrion Kross, he comes to the ring and he's talking about how his brotherhood is forming and about how Raw is going to be screwed for this WrestleMania push because the light is dying. Old Light is leaving the building. That's why he tossed Randy Orton's luggage out of the building. He said, get the hell out, go to ECW, go to the garbage brand, because we don't need garbage talent here on Raw. We need, before he can even finish his sentence, a hooded person in just street clothing runs into the ring, hits an RKO. Guess what? The hood comes off. Of course, it's Randy Orton. That goes up to level 2, but people loved that Karrion Kross was loved what he's saying. He gains 3 fans there. That's pretty good. And in the main event, Natalya, she's come to the brand, bringing an extra 1,000 fans with her whenever she's in a match. So Nick Aldis said, hey, babe, you get your title match tonight against the man. Get out there and let's see what you got. And Becky Lynch, she's never backed down from a fight ever. And so she says, if you're going to put me in a title match, I want the stipulations. I want a last women standing. And Nick Aldis said, all right, that's going to be great for ratings. Yeah, fuck yeah, go for it. Hell yeah. So these two, they go at it. It's no pinfalls, no submissions, and oh, buddy. Only a 3-star match. We do pop a rivalry. But Natalya, after a long, brutal match, she locks in a sharpshooter between a ladder, kind of closes the ladder, picks up the legs, cross them somehow, and gets that sharpshooter locked in on top of the ladder. And Becky Lynch has no choice but to just pass out because she was tapping, but it's the last woman standing. Natalya walks off. Becky Lynch couldn't stand up. That's a 10 count right there. Only 3 stars. In my mind, that was 4.5. At least.
And then we head over to WCW, where if you stacked 4.5 6s on top of each other, you'd have a man that's almost as tall as one of his opponents tonight, Shaquille O'Neal. And Shaq, he's looking good to start this match, man. He's starting to look like he's more of a natural in the ring. He's been learning a lot. And as the match goes on, Tony D'Angelo, he notices Shaq's got a big chain that says Diesel on it, and Tony just says, hey, I just want you to know I like your necklace. They really appreciate a good necklace over here in his family. But while the two are talking back and forth, having a nice conversation, Six recognizes it's a triple threat match. That means there's no DQ. Goes over and hits a low blow on Shaq. And that's the one thing that puts him down to size. And Tony pushes. Six is like, what are you doing? And then Kevin Nash runs out. That weasel, man. These guys, the NWO, man, they're playing dirty. And Kevin Nash once again stops Tony D'Angelo. It allows Six to get the pin on Shaq. A 4-star victory for your world champion. It's not a title match. And the rivalry between he and Tony D'Angelo goes up to level 2. And then backstage, we see Farouk. And he's looking at his empty hands. The hands that used to hold the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And our backstage interviewer, we're bringing him back, all right? He's rising up. It's me and Gene Okerlund. It's WCW, all right? He's the one back there. And he talks, he's trying to talk to Farouk, and he's like, Farouk, what's going through your mind right now? You used to be champion, and now you feel empty. And he looks at me and Gene, and he just goes, damn. And the crowd, they don't care, man. They don't care. They want to see Farouk be a badass, not a crybaby. And then backstage, we see Bobby the Barber Marquis talking to Nick, the Canadian Clippler. And very similar to Farouk. Just the energy's not there. And Bobby says, Nick, look, I've been feeling frustrated. Today, somebody said they wanted a 2 on the sides. Nick, I gave him a 1 on the sides. And the Canadian Clipper looks at Bobby and says, Bobby, that's not you. And Bobby says, I can't think straight, man. And to be honest, I think part of it's because of you. We came here to WCW to rid the world of uggos, and we've let these bald heathens bring us down. I don't know what our future holds, Nick. What I do know is that tonight, I ask for one thing. I ask that you leave me to the ring by myself to take on that disgusting bald eagle of WCW. Let me take Tommaso Ciampa alone. And Nick looks down. You can just see the lump in his throat. The emotions are heavy. And he says, Bobby, you have my support, but I promise I'll stay back here. And the match begins. And Tommaso Ciampa is in complete control. Bobby the Barber Marquis looks completely lost, and he starts screaming to the Canadian Clipper. He's, Nick! But Nick won't come out to the ring. He doesn't want to break his promise to his friend. And the camera shows backstage Nick is fighting back tears watching the Barber get destroyed and hit with a fairy tale ending. And as Ciampa gets the 3 count, he walks out of the ring holding his United States Championship high. And Bobby, the Barber Marquis, rolls out of the ring, crawls over to the side to get a mic. And he says, Nick, I'm sorry. We've got to find a way to get through this. And then Tamina calls out Julia and says, okay, I noticed something, Julia. I noticed that you were desperate to get a win. So what did you do? You had to fight somebody else because you're fully aware, Julia, that you can't beat me. You can't step into the ring with me and take my women's championship. You know I'm untouchable, and that makes your skin crawl. And to be honest, I would love to hear if maybe later on tonight you have something to say to that. And then it's triple threat action. Kofi Kingston and Axiom had an incredible Iron Man match last week, kickstarting their feud. But tonight, one half of the tag team champions, Kevin Nash, is in the ring. And Kevin Nash is able to take advantage of the anger that's exuding off of Kofi and Axiom. And as those two brawl, Kevin Nash realizes, I'm just going to kind of sit back, man. I'm going to let things kind of happen. And it's like that scene from Step Brothers where Dale and Brennan both hit each other in the head at the same time and knock each other out. That's what happens with Kofi and Axiom, and Kevin Nash just kind of shrugs, smiles, puts one foot on each competitor. Referee counts to 3. Kevin Nash getting the victory. Kofi Kingston and Axiom have the rivalry go up to level 2. And then Julia says, you know what? Tamina, I do have something to say. You're right. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. You're right. I had to fight somebody else to get back on track because I haven't been able to defeat you. But your days are numbered because I've been talking to Sonya. The fact is, I've learned something from my old rival, Tatum Paxley. When I fought Tatum Paxley, her hatred for me extended so much that even if she couldn't win, it meant more to her to know that I lost. She called it theorizing. I didn't know what the hell that meant. I'm still actually not sure. And she said, watch season 1. And I was like, I don't know what that means. But now I do know what the core message is. So Tamina, even if I can't beat you, and I intend to do everything I can to beat you, there's one thing I can't do. That's make sure that somebody else takes you down. That somebody else takes your women's championship. And I know of a few people that would make great options. So their rivalry up to level 4. And then Chris Sabin, Xavier Woods, they are in a singles match. And all of a sudden you hear the sound of the car crash because Mankind is here on WCW. And as the match goes, Chris Sabin, he respects Mankind, and he's kind of sick of fighting the New Day. So he tells Mankind, hey, take the floor. He walks off to the back, and Mankind reaches into his drawers and he grabs that dirty ass sock, grabs Mr. Socko, locks it in on Xavier Woods, who passes out. The referee counts 3 with his shoulders to the mat. Mankind is here on WCW, and he gets a 2.5-star triple threat victory, starting a feud with Xavier Woods, which means a good boy he remains. Io Sky says that she wants Tatum Paxley to come to the ring right now because she's sick of being stalked. She's sick of being watched, and she knows that Tatum Paxley is watching her right now. So come to the ring and meet me. But Tatum Paxley does not come out to the ring. In fact, we find out that she's in her apartment. She is back home, and she's watching on TV, just twirling her hair, laughing, saying she can't wait to fight Io Sky. But you know what? No. She loved Julia's promo earlier tonight. So she was a little distracted by that, and she's a little distracted by the women's champion, Tamina. She doesn't have time for Io Sky tonight, so the rivalry does not increase in the main event. It's tables action. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. Last week, they called out the Kabuki Warriors and said, we want the gold. The Kabuki Warriors, they've loved defending these titles, but they've been defending them against the meta too. Is it going to be different tonight? It is. Because with new challengers comes new opportunity. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, their first match on WCW, they successfully team up and they win the tag team tables match over the Kabuki Warriors. As the match comes to a close, Asuka and Kairi saying they cannot believe that they have lost the gold that they've treasured so dearly throughout Season 2. They will look for a future rematch, but tonight we've got new champions and we've got a rivalry sitting level 2, 4 stars in the main event.
All right, saucy main event, saucy opener here. In this one, we have the title match. Honky Tonk Man putting his belt on the line while the Wyatt Six, they're going at it. And Javon Evans finally brushes off the dust, gets to hop in the ring, and just gets a title shot out of nowhere. So this is his chance to go up against some high-ranking guys in the company and see if he could pry away the belt. The Honky Tonk Man not ready to let go of that strap just yet. Oh. And like so many others on other brands, we now have a double title holder on NXT 2.0. It's Fiend Bray Wyatt. Who's going to come take the belt off of him? We will find out in the future. The rivalry grows, though. We are maxed out level 4. And then Honky Tonk Man in a singles feud with Javon Evans, level 1.
Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you see what happens with the Fiend in that championship.
Yeah, you want to see the Fiend try to fend off? Can the Fiend fend?
Fiend
I
fend.
don't know. And then, in a better training session than he had last week, Triton gets back in the ring. Not back in the wrestling ring, but just back in a ring to train and work and hone his craft. He is juicing up for events of epic proportions. What those proportions are will also remain to be seen. So if you didn't subscribe for the Fiend, subscribe for your King Triton. And then Fallon Henley, she's gone solo, taking a break from Yi Hale. She's done with that life for now. She's got her sights set on Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport, she's just kind of, well, she's kind of Fallon Henley's punching bag. The rivalry grows to level 2. Fallon Henley 2-0 against Blair Davenport, I believe. Gets another victory. She's hot this episode. And then Trish Stratus grabs the mic from Sol Ruka. Says here, young pup, let me show you Let me show you how to cut a promo. She goes out, does her thing in front of the crowd, woos the crowd. And Sol Ruka's like, damn it! You're exactly what I want to be. And the rivalry starts because Trish sees herself in Sol, and Sol looks up to Trish. So it's really a rivalry out of admiration. I think Trish can do a lot for Sol's young career, and right now we finally got the rivalry started. This will be Sol Ruka's first ever real title defense as the face of the women's brand on NXT 2.0. And then, finally, to the most interesting mid-card of all mid-cards in the CodyVerse, Jimmy Uso, Eddie Thorpe. Which way do you prefer to hold your fist? Well, it doesn't matter, because the winner decides for everyone. Oh, Eddie Thorpe.
All right, everyone, hold your fists like that if you're watching.
Hey, keep them up just like that. That's like a good, like if you're taking a photo, either like people put up the peace sign or like maybe their fists like that. Like, yeah.
I'm a bitch for throwing up those deuces in a photo.
I wish Eddie Thorpe would like smile a little bit though. Like he just looks like he's trying to look mean, but he looks sad in the photo. Like,
Aw.
he looks like he needs more of a hug than he does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've all
He needs to
been
let
there.
people in. Yeah. He needs to let people in, not push them away. Anyways, rivalry grows as Eddie Thorpe does some soul searching. And then, oh my goodness, looks like both Usos lost tonight. We got a promo skill cut right here. It's only one popularity. Apparently, after Trish Stratus's great call out, the batteries in the mic kind of died as she went to hand it off to Jay, and only one popularity gain. But it's okay. We'll find other ways to get Jay in the mix. And then Oro Mensah, his first time in the ring for NXT 2.0. He was a grumpy boy with Armando, who wouldn't be. He's finally on to a real brand now. And guess what? He's happy, but so is Braun Breaker. He's happier because he's happy that he's looking at Oro Mensah. And he's going to destroy him right here, right now. Oh.
Oh, buddy.
What now?
Braun Breaker never ceases to not amaze me. Well, never ceases. Whatever. I try to get this man going. I try to build him up, and he just keeps losing in pivotal moments. Braun Breaker is breaking my heart. But Oro Mensah with a big dub, unexpected. Maybe he is worthy of going after the Fiend's title. Maybe he's even worthy of being NXT champ one day. If this guy keeps winning, he's gonna keep getting shots. But sadly, no rivalry spawns.
Great showing at Hell in the SummerSlam.
Dude, he balled out. He balled out. So I cannot flaunt or whatever. I'm just moving on to this. That sentence I tried to say was about as good as this damn promo that Thea Hale tried to call out. Because it lands nowhere. Candice LeRae is on vacation for 2 weeks. She didn't even hear the damn promo. Much like you guys did. So that's why she's happy. But Thea Hale is just abysmal right now at cutting promos. This sucks because I was trying to get this rivalry primed for the go-home show, but it's not going to get up to the level 4 for sure. Best chance is the level 3. So thank you, Thea Hale, for absolutely screwing me as I try to chase Cody down in the rankings. But in a match that's going to help me chase Cody down in the rankings is Gunther. Not only is he defending against Batista, which is a tall task, he's also got to deal with Rey Mysterio now. We got a high flyer in the ring to mix with the powerful Batista. Gunther's got his hands full tonight, and Batista's happy. He's laughing at Gunther because Gunther is the illegitimate title holder, getting that in a fatal 4-way. So now Batista feels like Gunther's getting a taste of his own medicine, as now it's a triple threat. More bodies to fend off, more grimy, greasy fingers trying to pry their way and get that title off of Gunther's waist. Can Gunther overcome all odds? Or does Batista get a strap back? Or does the outsider, Rey Mysterio, pry it away from both of them and run away laughing? Let's see right here, right now.
T motherfucking he.
Oh my goodness, Ray! No rivalry increases, no rivalry movement or action to speak of. But we do at least get an amazing finale and a new NXT champion, Rey Mysterio. What a finale. Where do we go from here? Our belts are kind of all over the place. Our rivalries are all over the place. If you want to see me spiral out of control, just keep watching the channel.
We're going to spiral our way through these match recaps here on WCW. 4 stars in the opener, 6 winning the triple threat over Tony D'Angelo and Shaq. 6 and Tony have their rivalry go up to level 2. For Tommaso Ciampa, 2.5-star victory over Bobby the Barber Marquis. They do start a singles feud. Kevin Nash wins the triple threat. Kofi Kingston and Axiom have their rivalry go up to level 2. Kevin Nash on that 3-star victory. 2.5 stars Mankind debuts on WCW. Starting rivalry with Xavier Woods, Chris Sabin also there vibing out. And then 4 stars in the main event. Tables match, Jade and Bianca winning the women's tag team championships over the Kabuki Warriors, who will surely be looking for a rematch. Call side of things, Io Sky fails on the call to Tam Paxley, but the double down does work. Julia and Tamina go from level 2 to level 4. On NXT 2.0, The Fiend is double champion with North American Championship, joining one half of the tag championships. His rivalry with his tag championship partner, though, Uncle Howdy, up to level 4. Hoggy Talkman starting a new feud with Javon Evans in that 4-star title match. 3 stars for Fallon Henley defeating Blair Davenport once again. Their rivalry up to level 2. Eddie Thorpe, he's looking kind of sad, but maybe somebody gives him a hug. 1.5 stars over Jimmy Uso. Their rivalry up to level 3. Or Mensa with a massive victory over Braun Breaker. No rivalry, but 2 stars on the match. And 4 stars in the main event as Rey Mysterio comes in and takes the championship away from Gunther, new NXT champion in that main event. On the call side of things, Trish calls out Sol Ruka starting their feud. Thea Hale's call out of Candice LeRae is unsuccessful. Over to Raw. Intercontinental Championship on the line. Shawn Spears hangs on to the golden 3.5-star match over Dr. Punching Stone, R-Truth, and Sami Zayn. Sarcophagus handles the remix to Ignition for a 1-star victory during commercial break. 3.5 stars. Alexa Bliss and Nikki get the job done over Kalani Jordan and Lola Vice, but they've got a level 4 rivalry now cooking along. 2.5 stars for Oba Femi taking down Brooks Jensen. And in the main event, 3 stars for Natalya winning the last woman standing match over Becky Lynch and becoming the new women's champion. Call side of things, Randy Orton calls out Karrion Kross for level 2. AJ Styles kickstarting the feud with Drew McIntyre. On ECW, 2.5 stars. 8-Town Down Under get the victory over Pretty Deadly. 2 stars for Nikita Lyons over Kiana James. Their rivalry up to level 2. 3 stars for Lash Legend taking down Wendy Chu. Their rivalry now level 2. 3 stars, the debuting Molly Holly wins a triple threat match over Indy Hartwell and Jakara Jackson in the main event. New ECW World Champion Charlie Dempsey taking down Josh Briggs. Rivalry at level 2. And then the call side of things, Eddie Guerrero starting a feud with Omos, and Akam pushes his feud to level 2 with Tyler Bate. For ECW, they're going to get a 99 rating. Oh, man. 99 rating score, 843 fans.
843 fans. Armando, you piece of shit.
That's crazy.
That's tough. I assume it's also like last year where as we go, I've never seen it that low, but as we go, it'll probably get harder and harder to get like big fan gains. Expectations get higher maybe, but $95,000 on his side, and Kiana James got herself DQ'd just when the damn match was starting to get good. Unfortunate to see. Over on Raw, a 107 rating score. They're going to get 13,000 fans.
Damn, pop off, King.
That's a cut into Armando right there. $61,000. And Dr. Stryker nailed it. I mean, Owens killed it with that charity promo. Also played a nice role there, clutching up For WCW, a 118 rating score. We're going to get 13,000 fans, $88,000. Jaden Bianca with the official tag team chemistry. And Tatum Paxley from her apartment says, you talk a good game, Sky, but my fists are going to do the talking next week. And then NXT 2.0, a 115. They're going to get 12,000 fans, $85,000. Damn, Rey Mysterio just mocking Jey Uso's promo there, yammering away.
He's the NXT champion. Why does he give a shit?
He's feeling good, man. But Big Figure thought it was a decent enough promo by Jey Uso. So a little conflicting opinion there.
Yeah.
Raw going to grab a Get Schooled 3 for their commissioner goal this week. I will get a contract negotiation 2 for my commissioner goal. And, okay, so that was for completing my self-promo challenge for the year. So we get a Veto Champ as our random card. Not mad about that. Pre-match physio.
Give me that.
Heading over to Cheek for his commissioner goal. And these are the luxurious standings. I am up 34,000 fans on Cheek. Cheek is up 52,000 fans on Armando, and Canada is just 23,000 fans behind Armando as we head to Trenton, New Jersey, in WCW. So, oh wait, so Nick is sending the message about the situation. Okay. I knew Bobby had a chip on his shoulder and begged you for a match. He wouldn't shut up about my problems. But after losing that match, he hasn't said a single thing. Pure silence. Thank you. Interesting. Okay, so
He lost his voice.
oh God, I can't. We got more mutes on the show.
He hasn't said a single thing, not one thing.
All right, Tony D'Angelo says, I'm going to be on. Oh, sorry. Hey, I'm going to be honest, Sonya. I've been feeling a little underappreciated here lately. I've been one of the top stars of WCW for a while now, and I get no recognition for going out there day after day, putting on the best matches around, huh? The journey's been amazing, but at times I feel like I'm getting lost with the crowd. I know that the WWE Universe loves me, though. How do you feel about my impact on WCW?
Yeah, how do you feel?
So this is tricky
Put your money where your mouth is.
because, well, it's not my mouth right now. It's Tony's mouth.
True.
So I'm trying to think about the pathway here would be if I say no, I would health spa him this week, which could help a little bit, but he's already grumps because I tried to get a cheaper contract and then, paid him what he wanted, but it was a small morale drop. He has been losing here this season. He was losing a lot in season 1 apparently as well. He just won when it mattered the most. But he's 0-3 here this season. So the combination of those two things has things a little bit difficult here. I'm just trying to think if I pay it, I'm guaranteeing a solid morale boost. If I don't pay it, it's going to drop, and I don't think the health spa is going to get me there. He's my world title feud. So I'm actually going to go ahead and we're going to bite the bullet on that payment. Hey, they say money can't solve every problem, man, but it definitely helps. And now I don't got to give you the cement shoes. I'm a little shocked that you looked out for my needs this time. Major increase to morale, so we got him fixed up there. And that is where we're going to fix up the end of this episode. So my email's there. Little tricky of a situation there. I talked through it, but with Tony D'Angelo, no secret. Love having him on the brand. And I felt like I was going to get held up for $100,000 if I didn't pay the $50,000, even if I used a health spa. So we'll see. Could have maybe just told him to kick rocks and made a pivot, but heart wants what the heart wants. Biggest thing for me next episode, obviously, that cash flow is not great. So could potentially put me in a spot on my go home show where we're not able to use a lot of stipulations. So I think the biggest thing for me kind of going into the next episode, I need to try to get the feuds to level 4. I'll have to figure out what I'm pushing to the PLE. But I might not be able to have as strong as a go-home show as I've been having, which could open a door. But I think making sure that I hit a home run with my PLE match is going to be the most important. So I'm going to have to kind of navigate those waters there a little bit and figure out what to do. Canada, I'm going to go to you next there because Armando, with an absolutely garbage performance on the last show, has opened a little bit of an opportunity for you to get out of last place. And obviously we don't know when it's going to be used. You'll find the opportunity to use it, but you also grabbed that Queens of the Ring card, which was a nuts power card that I messed around, got a decent show of it. Cheek then was able to get a major show and jump into second place. So some opportunities for Raw to get out of last place and continue to climb beyond that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited actually. When I look forward, I look at Armando and I see how bad he's been doing, how horrible his weeks are. And you know what? It might come back to bite me in the ass, but every good wrestler makes definitive statements. And I'm going to say I'm jumping Armando by the end of week 15. I will be at least in third place and his bitch ass will be in fourth. Damn. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good.
R.I.P. to Armando there. Cheek, on your side, you said it there at the back end of your show that titles are kind of all over the place right now. Feuds are all over the place right now, but it doesn't mean that things can't work. You've been able to put on some good shows. I think you and I pretty much finished tonight's episode where we started it in terms of our fan differentials. So a lot of big things building there, some good potential there. Obviously, Canada used his seasonal perk off of the Wheel of Draft Destiny to pick your shakeup for this stretch. So maybe an opportunity for tag feuds to grow, but you've got some strong singles feuds building up. How do you kind of take the momentum into the go-home show and keep the pace that you've been pushing?
Well, I always walk away from these recording sessions with some mixed feelings, it seems. Usually I have some good things happen and then something happens that negates it. So I'm glad that Canada used his authority over me. That way we can get that out of the way. Now my shackles are freed. I'm loose. It feels good. It sucks because obviously I wanted the power card that he negated, but it's good to have that behind me. And I really need to get my feud straightened out. Really, it's my titles. I wish so bad I could just choose to vacate titles. But that's not the case. I got a 2-belt holder with Fiend. I need to get those tag titles off of the Wyatt 6 because we got a couple other interesting tag duos going on. We got Bret the Hitman Hart and Batista is going to be a very fun and interesting tag team. You got Sandman and Honky Tonk Man might be something special there. And then, of course, you got Ray and Ilya Dragunov as a tag unit as well. But Ray just became champion. So, again, all of my titles, all of my tag teams, all things are just a big melting pot. And I got to find a way to sort it out. But first things first, I'm just trying to put on a good go-home show next week. And then once we get to Bad Blood, put on a banger there. And then clean up the feuds, and then we can kind of start fresh. So looking forward to that. Also, Armando sucks. Not even 900 fans. That downfall has to be studied.
Yeah, that is nuts. Again, I know when you get at least last year's game, we did 3 seasons. I know if you play the game a bunch, you get in like season 5, season 6, you can like lose fans on a weekly show if you have a crap one.
Good.
And Armando might start losing fans in season 2. That was definitely the lowest we've ever seen the number in this series.
And he also has no money.
Yeah, no, he got a lot of money from us at the last trade deadline, but between the Eddie Guerrero signing, the Angelo Dawkins signing, and the Molly Holly signing, and maybe a logistic upgrade in there too, but he ran through that money, so he spent it, and it doesn't look like it's working out for him. We'll kind of see what the next episode brings, and let us know if you're at this point in the video. Yes or no, do you agree with Canada's call? By week 15, is Canada jumping Armando? Let us know. I'm sure he'll be looking for his opportunity, but I think the momentum is building. We've seen the standings shake up a lot this season, and it's getting dicey. We're basically the halfway point I guess when we're halfway through booking the next episode in the first show, we're at that halfway point of season 2. It's flying through. Make sure you fly over to that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Until the next time, if you're a Kiana James fan, sorry for forgetting her name in that moment. Life happens. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Toodles.